This video is going to show the first 3 sessions out with the new Arken Zulus.
Hi everybody and welcome back to the Grey Reaper channel. Now I'm sure that most of you are aware that the scope that I've been using for recording the footage for the channel is the PARD 008 LRF. It has been a good scope, and in fact I've got PARDs on most of my rifles. But they are starting to get a little bit outdated now. I've been using them for at least 4 years. But there is a new kid on the block and I've managed to get my hands on one. And this is it. It's from Arken Optics and it's the Arken Zulus 5-20 HD LRF scope. Day and night digital. I've seen quite a few videos online regarding this. I've managed to get my hands on one, and so I'll do a quick unboxing and I'll tell a few things about it. Then the plan is I'll put it on one of my rifles, either the Ranger or the Ghost, and we'll see how I get on with it. First off, without even opening it, I can tell you that it's got a 5-20 zoom. It goes up in 2.5 increments. It's got 26 profiles, so you can set A to Z for either different distances or different pellet types, whichever you prefer. It's got different reticles on there as well, from simple cross to normal type reticles. It's got a built-in IR torch, and it also has a ballistic calculator. So without further ado, we'll get stuck into the box. So here we are. Now, nice box, well padded. First off, you've got a screen cloth, lens cloth, set of instructions. I think these are also available to download online as well. Nice bit of padded foam on the top. At the back we have a cable for charging, some mounting screws with an Allen key, and this is 35 MOA mount for underneath the scope. Right, let's get into this. Oh God, that's definitely secure. That's not going to get damaged in transit. Right, so here's the scope. There is the IR torch on the side, and that takes the 18650 batteries, the same as a normal PARD would do, the flat top batteries. And there is your laser rangefinder on top. I've also got that. There's the eye cup, what goes on the back. Nice tactile rubber as well, really nice. On the other side, you've got a Picatinny mount if you want to put a separate IR torch on. This is the cover for putting your SD card in, and it's also got the socket for your cable to go into. And if you have a look on the top, we've got 5 buttons: power button, record, menu button, and then same as you have on the PARD, the up and down the directional buttons. But few of these buttons do different things, so you would have to go through the instructions to find out exactly what each one of them does. So that's about it really. Oh, that's really stiff. There's the front of the lens. I like that. Screw on, very good. Really like that. That's much better than the PARD. To be perfectly honest, I'm really expecting this to outperform the PARD no end, to be perfectly honest. I think the technology that they've put into this it's gone a class above, to be perfectly truthful. And I do like the PARDs, but I just think that these are going to be much better. I'll be surprised, very surprised, if they're not. But I really suspect that they are going to be. Now, that feels really well built. Solid, well built. Not heavy neither. Definitely lighter than the pod, I think. So that's going to come in handy. I'll try and mount this with the normal mount, and I'll also give it a go with one of the ZB Pro mounts. I'll see how well that mounts, but we'll have a look at that later. But for now, that's it. The next you see will be me out shooting with this.
Warning: this is a pest control video showing vermin being legally controlled here in the UK. If you're not comfortable watching this content, please switch off now. You have been warned. Now, first impressions are, I definitely think the footage quality is much better on the Arken Zulus than it was on the Pod 008. Let us know what you think in the comments box. This is my first session out with the new Arken Zulus, and I've got it mounted on my Ranger XR. I've been out on the greys this morning. I've taken 3 out so far, and I think the Arken Zulus is performing really well. I really like it. I'm just starting to get used to the controls on the top, and zeroing wise it's not too much different from the Pod 008s, but from first impressions I think this is a much better unit. And with that, I think I can hear another grey in the background, so we'll see what happens. Well, sadly nothing more this morning. If you are interested in having a look at the Arken Zulus, I've left a link in the just below the video for you to just click on there and have a look at it if you want to buy one. But apart from that, that's definitely it. Calling it the morning. So see you in the next one. Well, I'm back out on my perm in North Yorkshire, and the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that I put a brand new feeder up. This one is 2.5 times the size of the previous one, so hopefully this is going to last 2 or 3 weeks. I've utilised this old shed which was about 21 yards away from the feeder. Well, I'm back out of my perm in North Yorkshire again. I've got the Ranger XR and the new Arken Zulus back out. It's been a bit disappointing this morning, only the two. There's quite a bit of noise coming from one of the farmers who's cutting down the hedgerows, so I think that's what's stopping the greys from coming to the feeder. So I'm going to give it another 20 minutes or so, then I'm going to head up to the second feeder and see what we can get up there. This purple hide we just leave up constantly, as it's pretty safe where we're shooting. Normally, when I get to a feeder, I'll flip the lid a few times, and this usually makes the squirrels think that there's another grey on the feeder. And on the ground underneath, especially if it's wet and damp, if you spread the leaves about with your feet, it gives off a pungent smell, which also gets the greys in. Well, now I'm back on my original permission that was at the start of the video. Sadly, this was another quiet morning. Bearing in mind how much feed has been emptied from the feeder, there are still quite a few greys in the vicinity. Well, this is the third time that I've been able to get out with the new Arken Zulus on my BRK Ranger XR, and I must admit, the more I use this, the more I like it. I think this is quite a bit better than the old Par 008s. It's got a lot going for it, and I really think this is going to be a really successful scope. I know sometimes it's hard getting a hold of them, especially in the last few weeks, but the people who ordered them up to now have mostly got them, and I think there's some new ones coming into the country just after Christmas. But apart from that, like I say, I really like this scope. So I've only got 2 greys this morning. It's been very quiet, but when I get back I'll have another look at the footage and see how well it's done. I've been shooting on 5x zoom this morning. The last twice I've been out it was 7.5 and 10 that I was shooting at, but I just put it on the base mag today just to see if there's any difference, but I presume not. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and if you did, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and put a comment in the comment box. In the meantime, here's 2 from the archive for you to watch.